You have no interest in what I have to say. Unless it confirms what you think you already know. My job was simple. Save the country I love from being destroyed. Is your job any different?
I have a lead on a great enemy of our people.
Adolf Eichmann.
The architect of the final solution?
The trail went cold in '46. Latest intelligence suggests Buenos Aires. This guy convinced rabbis to load the trains themselves, and not by force. If it is him, we need an elite crew.
I'm not joining your hit squad.
I would happily put a bullet in between his eyes, but that's not what we're doing here. This is strictly catch and extract.
Eichmann will stand trial here in Israel.
Think what it means. Finally, publicly, holding to account the man who organized our slaughter.
Our memory reaches back through recorded history. The book of memory still lies open, and you here now are the hand that holds the pen. If you succeed, for the first time in our history, we will judge our executioner, and we will warn off any who may wish to follow his example. If you fail, he escapes justice, perhaps forever. I beg you, do not fail.
They're here!
I just don't want to find myself at 50 in some block association meeting trying to prevent the opening of a new bar.
Richard, we're not turning 50 on East 6th Street.
I'm 47.
Having a baby is an immoral act. Overpopulation, climate change, rise of neo-fascism.
Did you take your Valium?
Yes? Why?
They're trying a by any means necessary approach.
I thought they were done with all that and they were trying to adopt.
They're still doing that.
They're like fertility junkies.
Your best chance for success is with the donor egg.
He's out of his mind.
There's a lot of positives.
Oh, it's easy for you to say. You'll have your genetic contribution, and me, I'm just left out. Don't even...
Mom, Uncle Richard and Aunt Rachel said I could stay at their place anytime I want to.
They're not in any position to take care of anyone but themselves right now.
My mom told me you guys had a lot going on, but I had no idea. This is a really bad time for me to be crashing here, isn't it?
No, not at all.
Really? Because I have friends in Bushwick.
No, we're so glad that you're here.
Dreams are nothing more than...
So how's college going?
Everyone is so convinced of their own artistic promise. And I'm like, hey, my uncle is an award-winning theater genius, and my aunt is a real-life playwright, and they're over 40 and still have to live in a rent-stabilized apartment on Avenue A with, like, drunks and graffiti in the front. So don't talk to me about the sacrifices you're making to be an artist, okay?
If only I could have...
We are doing everything we can, short of kidnapping, to start a family. I don't think I even want to have a kid anymore.
What do you think? Did you give your unborn child to these people?
Totally. I wish you were my parent sometimes. I feel closer to you than everyone else in the family. Surprise! Happy anniversary.
We need to take some responsibility for the situation.
A lot of women have babies at 41. I thought I could too.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
your sister. She's gone. These people, they're blasphemers. A cult. A disease. Bring her home.
Name? Thomas Richardson.
I dream of a world in which each waking day we rise equal. This island, it's our paradise.
We have an intruder on our land, and we have to find him.
Your eyes. They've seen things. Who are you?
He shall be cleansed according to the edict of this land.
The promise of the divine is but an illusion.
God is pain. God is suffering.
Beware false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Let us begin.
Please, Lord, forgive us.
So tell me about you. What do you do?
I teach kindergarten.
That's such a delicate thing, right? You give the kids something and then they have it forever.
The sun hits her yellow house. It's almost like a sign from God.
Was that a poem? Right, that was a poem.
The sun hits her yellow house. It is almost like a sign from God.
Wow. With so few elements, he makes something very, very complex.
I think we have a young Mozart.
If you stay curious, then you can see the world however you want. Like a cat.
I've asked Jimmy to recite a few of his poems at a poetry reading.
Forget it. On Thursday, he has baseball practice with his friend.
But he's gifted, Mr. Roy.
I want my son to have a normal life.
Hello.
Jimmy, hi. It's Lisa.
Why are you calling me? It's almost like a sign from God. Why are you upset?
I loved it. Talent is so fragile and so rare, and our culture does everything to crush it.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi.
Hi.
Turn that. Push it to the left.
Mozart was nurtured by kings and queens. They massaged his tired hands. They fed him candy. You're gonna recite your poems, and we're gonna publish a book that has your name on it.